Wow, she's got power. Full throttle back across our face. Turn and burn. Woo! Alright guys, my first time, well, this is my first day, not my first flight, with the Freewing 70mm Yak-130, and this is the high performance version. So it now comes with a 2100 kV brushless inrunner inside, and now the sun's starting to come out, and we're ready to go. So taking off, right to left. I'm gonna go no flaps on this takeoff. We have no wind. I just wanna see how far she goes when she takes off. Bringing her up. She growls. Picks right up. Gear coming in. And that red, easily identifiable in the sky. We were flying on a gray day earlier. Those clouds were cloud cover, and there's the sun. Bring it in, full throttle. Woo! Let's vertical up. Wow, she's got power. Full throttle back across our face. Turn and burn. Woo! Drill bit. I have low rate by the book for the ailerons, and I'm still on the high rate for the elevator. I'm gonna go down to the low rate on the elevator now. Now let's do that again. Pulls a lot better with the low rate. Not so viciously anyway. But wow, what a stable aircraft. This reminds me very much of the BAE Hawk in the 70mm. She just flies great. Oh, and there was somebody in the air. Gotta watch out. Don't want to hit them. Let's bring her in for a slow pass. Well, let's test the flaps. So now I'm out there. And now we're gonna drop the flaps. You know, she's not a high alpha. Well, I guess she can if you put the battery farther back. But I have the CG on the book. But I think this aircraft you'd be able to explore that better. But I'm just half throttle right now. Let's bring the gear out and let's try for a touch and go. What do we think? Might as well. We're here. Bringing the throttle down. Woo! Flaps coming up. Gear coming up. I have my timer again set for about 3 minutes. I'm 1 minute in. She's flying great. Woo! Push it over, baby. I'm just having some fun. Exploring. This is only my second flight on her, guys. So I'm just exploring a bit. But this baby's been out a good while. A lot of guys love their Yak-130s, and now I can see why. And what I love about this too, since it was a classic Freewing, if you go to our updated assembly video, she assembles so fast. You know, you could see it still has an older, you know, the manual's still older where you would have had to put in your servos, you would have had to do all that stuff. But now everything comes pre-installed. So when you take it out of the box, you're literally 4 screws for the main wings and then some glue for the tail. But all the servos are in, everything's done. And let's take it home. She flies great. Ah, I'm so happy. Oh, I tried to keep it on the runway. I did, but I scraped the wing. It's wet, that grass is wet, and I'd rather not have to clean off my aircraft as much. But let's taxi her back. We'll check the battery, because that was my 3-minute timer counted down right there at the end of the runway. She looks good too. Decals all included, and she floats so nicely. I mean, the landing gear is just fine for this. So let me see if of course I don't have my cell checker on me. All right guys, so I just landed and figured I'd go off the runway while guys are ready to fly. Let's check the cells. on our pack. Can't plug it in unless I, oh. Gotta grab that Velcro. There it is. Let's just pop it up a sec. I Velcro it down with the strap. We're at 3.9s across the board, so I could have easily probably been up for at least another 30 seconds. I had more time. I'm still, again, feeling this out, so, you know, flight times obviously vary on how hard you push it. She will fly slow, and she flies, obviously, she can boogie as well. But I really enjoyed that flight. Checking out the, what do you get with the Yak-130? As I said, obviously, you get the new brushless inrunner inside, which is great, and all the decals come pre-installed, which is nice. As far as CG goes, I'm hitting the book CG with my battery right where it is there. I'm about in between the plate, if you will. But you have a lot of space to push that battery back and play with that CG area. I know a lot of guys always inch their batteries back as they want to, you know, get into high alpha attitudes and stuff like that, which is great, but you know, that's completely up to you. As far as the landing gear, you do get, again, flaps. You got flaps on here. Let me see where I put them. Right now, I was just using a half flap setting. I only have it on a 2-position switch for this one right now. And then your landing gear, again, in and out really quick. It is the wire gear, but again, she lands so slow, I don't see why that's not gonna work for majority of the pilots. Just don't smack the ground really hard and you'll be good to go. But I do love that. So again, all these rods, and the linkages, they all come pre-installed. So when you put this thing together, you're just plugging in the flap lead to the fuselage, the aileron lead, the elevator, and the rudder, and she's done. It took all of 15 minutes, 10 minutes to put this thing together, mostly waiting for the glue to dry. But guys, that'll do it for the Freewing Yak-130. Link is in the description if you're interested, or go find another Freewing jet that you might love. But that'll do it for me and Alex. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC. I want to fly it again.